Good evening, everyone, and welcome to 4C Web Connect. In today's meeting, we have an amazing expert with us who will be giving us insights about a very interesting topic. But before we begin, let me introduce myself. I am Nishita from 4C Infinite, and let me tell you more about 4C Infinite and what we exactly do. So, 4C Infinite is a thriving online community, paid community established a year ago, where business owners can collaborate, share knowledge, and support each other for exceptional business growth. What you can expect from this community is 4 online meetings, out of which 2 would be business meetings, only for the paid members, and 1 is a Web Connect session that happens only once in a month. This session is open to all paid and the non-paid members. And the special part about this webinar is that we have different speakers who give us insights about trendy business topics, which is helpful in our business definitely. Now, what you can get from this community is a channel for connecting with like-minded people who can support in your business, a channel which can even give you a chance to learn the basic, intermediate, and advanced. And lastly, it's a channel which provides accountability, collaboration, growth, and success. Well, this is a subscription-based community. So to be a part of the community, you can scan the QR code, and I'll also put the link in the chat box. I'll give you 30 seconds just if anyone here would want to connect or join the community. Just in case if you have missed out, the link is also provided in the chat box. Well, this was all about how 4C Infinite works. And to get more updates, you can follow us on our social media handles, which are shown on the screen, or you can even get in touch with me, as my details are already mentioned on the screen. Well, coming up next, the main segment for today, which is our webinar. Give me a second, please. Just 1 second. I think there's some technical error.
You want me to run through the PPT if you are facing some issues with the PPT?
No, just 1 second. I think I'm not able to
okay.
open it. There's some issue.
Okay.
Okay, is it
Yeah, I
visible?
can see. Yes, it is.
Perfect.
Yep.
So our topic for today is decoding cryptocurrency markets. And the main agenda behind this event is to create awareness about the new products or services in the market. Through these webinars, you can connect to our experts and hence build a good relationship with them. Well, today's webinar is beneficial for those who are eager to understand and leverage cryptocurrency markets for future financial growth and innovation. Before we begin, we have a few house rules to be followed. All participants are kindly requested to be on mute. Reactions can only be done by raising your virtual hands. Spamming is strictly prohibited, and if you have any queries, you can put them in the chat box. Moving forward, I'd like to introduce our speaker for today, Ms. Sonali Patil, someone who holds 14 years of extensive experience in this industry. She holds an MBA in finance and a certification in cryptocurrency. Over the past 6 years, she has been actively trading in international markets and has successfully managed client portfolios worth up to $90,000. Additionally, she has trained over 20 students, has been rewarded for her outstanding performance, and also received the Best Trainer Award for her expertise in the currency market. Her ambitious goal is to establish a global training academy and empower over 1,000 individuals to achieve financial independence in the next 5 years. So please join me in welcoming her. And now I'd like Sonali to take this forward.
Thank you so much, Nishita, for such a wonderful introduction. So, hello everyone and good evening. This is Sonali Patil. I represent an academy called as Real One DeFinomics, where we train people on crypto markets and even forex markets for that matter. So, crypto is basically the core where people are more interested towards crypto nowadays a lot. And I do a lot of trainings, lot of sessions on crypto markets. Okay. Apart from that, talking about myself, as Nishita said rightly, that I hold a total experience of 14 years. I've worked for a few corporates. I've worked into this markets from past 8 years now, and I hold a degree of MBA in finance. This is my interest area. Hence, crypto is something which I'm passionate all about, and that is the reason I am into this field today. Also, not only this, but I have few goals as well aligned when it comes to training people. Like my if you talk about my vision and mission, I am looking forward to train 1,000 plus students till the year end. Also, I'm looking forward to introduce this as a subject in many financial and educational institutions. Along with that, through the knowledge of these markets, in fact these markets are open for a lot of income opportunities. They have a lot of options when it comes to generating passive income. I want to spread this knowledge to each and every person whom I am in touch with and make them financially independent and spread financial freedom. So this is the whole objective of conducting these sessions. Also, yes, monetary aspect is one of the objective as well, but yeah, that is secondary. The primary is, of course, making people educate making people educated about these markets. And apart from that, if in case anybody also would like to get into the depth of this markets, who don't know anything, who wants to start from a beginner level as well, we do have all the provisions. Okay, so let me just quickly share my screen with you all. Okay, jumped out to the middle of the slide. Okay, so talking about few, just quickly, I'll take 30 seconds to explain about my certifications that I have done through DeFi Academy, which is in London, basically. I've done 2 certifications into the crypto markets. Apart from that, I have been working with few international brokers as well, who awarded me for my trainings on forex markets as a best trainer. Also, I have received awards for training on crypto markets by other few international brokers as well. So you can see it on my screen. I'm holding these awards. Okay. Okay, moving ahead with the main agenda of today's session. So welcome all to the world of cryptocurrencies. Yes, of course, a lot of them might be freshers to this market. I will be also asking you questions. Okay, let me just set few expectations with you all. I want to make this session, more interactive by asking you questions as well. But yes, I will be expecting your answers through the chat and not unmuting yourself and talking to keeping a direct conversation. That we will keep it at the end of the session. We'll be allotting 15 minutes for that. Hope all are good with it. So, anybody here who knows anything about the crypto markets? Anybody? You can put it in the chat box. I'm okay with it. Just yes, no, somewhat. Okay. Anupama says somewhat. Sandeep Patil says no. Okay. Anybody? Anybody else as well who would like to answer this? Okay. Okay. Cool. So what I understand is there isn't much clarity about the crypto markets. Okay. People do not have clarity, the whole clarity about the crypto markets, how crypto markets is working, what is the logic behind the crypto markets, what are cryptocurrencies exactly. Okay, and also there are a lot of myths about the crypto markets. When people talk about it, they're like scared about the market. They don't know how to invest. They In short, they lack a lot of knowledge about these markets. So today we'll be clarifying all the myths, all the doubts about these markets. Also, we will be understanding what are the basics about the markets in short. Okay. So what is a crypto market? You might have heard crypto a lot. What is a cryptocurrency? First, let's understand what is the market. So crypto market is where all digital currencies are traded. These digital currencies are not legal tenders. They're not being controlled by any entity. So like we have our, maybe now I'm in India. If I talk about Indian rupees is being controlled by RBI. Obviously, there is a controlling authority over it, and they have the authority to print as much as money they want. But cryptocurrency is not like Indian rupees. It is digital. Nobody is controlling it. It's a, you can say it, it's a decentralized digital form of currencies which are traded globally, in short. So this is a global market. You should be happy about it. So it is done globally. In whichever corner of the world you are, you can make use of these markets to earn money. This is the second largest market in the world with a daily turnover of more than 2 trillion US dollars. So now you might be wondering which is the first one. Of course, first one is forex markets where all legal tenders are traded. Okay. So legal tenders, when I'm talking about, each and every country has its own fiat money, has its own currency. That I'm talking. That is what is meant when I'm talking about, you know, legal tenders. Okay. Now cryptocurrencies are not considered. Many, there are like few of the countries who have made cryptocurrency as a legal tender. Now you have to be proactive as well while I'm talking about these things, because there will be a quiz at the end of the session where I'll be, you know, asking you questions. So only you do not have the access to ask questions to me, but yes, I will also be asking you the questions and we'll be like playing a quiz. Okay, so you need to be attentive and focus throughout the sessions, because each and every information is very important. It is detailed and it is very informative, and it will definitely help you somewhere in near future. Okay, so now coming back to the, you know, legality of the cryptocurrencies. When you talk about legal tenders, there are like a lot of countries who have made Bitcoin is the famous cryptocurrencies. You might have heard about it a lot. Even kids know about it now. But yes, I will be definitely, if a person doesn't knows it, then there's no harm. I will definitely explain you what is a Bitcoin as well. So Bitcoin is basically a first cryptocurrency of the whole crypto markets. There are like around 20,000 plus cryptocurrencies. So Bitcoin is one of them, and it's the first cryptocurrency of the whole crypto market. So if you talk about making legal tender as a Bitcoin, the first country was El Salvador. The first country was El Salvador, who made Bitcoin as a legal tender, and they're using it. They're using it everywhere for purchasing goods and services in their own country. And there are countries like US, we have China as well. Now, even in India, India is also coming up with certain provisions. Okay, there has been a lot of things in news, like, you know, SEBI is basically looking forward to implement some provisions for regulating cryptocurrencies as a market. Obviously, now it is taxable in India, so you do not have to worry. You can trade in India, but when you talk about using it as a legal tender in India, it is not allowed as of yet. But yes, trading in cryptocurrencies, making money through these markets, earning profits, it is taxable now. You can definitely do it freely. Okay. The good part of this market is this market operates 24 by 7. This market doesn't closes anytime. Like if you talk about forex markets, it's just from Monday to Friday, 24 by 5. And there is a certain time, like if you talk about 3 in the morning, it is closed for like 1 hour. But if you talk about crypto market, it is open 24 by 7. It never rests, in short. Okay. So obviously this cryptocurrency is giving access to underbanked and unbanked people also. People who do not have reach to the banking services, even they can use cryptocurrencies if they are educated about it. It is so easy. Okay, so one myth I've clarified about the crypto market is not that very rocket science. It's not a good, I mean, a big rocket science. It's very easy to use, and definitely in the next part of the session we will be, you know, understanding what is a cryptocurrency and why, how it is easy basically. Why I'm telling you, you know, people who are underbanked and people who are unbanked can use this. Okay, so now if you see this diagram on your screen, this is basically what makes cryptocurrency. If you have these three things, it creates a cryptocurrency. Okay, so this is basically a sign of a Bitcoin. Okay, this is for an example purpose. Now, if you see this, virtual money plus cryptography algorithm plus decentralized network design gives you a cryptocurrency. And as I said, there are around 22,904 cryptocurrencies in the market. So now you might be wondering, itne sare cryptocurrencies I have, like there are a lot of cryptocurrencies in the market. So how do I evaluate which cryptocurrency I need to invest in, which cryptocurrency will give me good returns, which will give me the good utility in the near future? That is what we teach. That is what we educate you on. We help you understand how there are like certain factors behind these cryptocurrencies which will make you understand which cryptocurrency will give you good returns, which will give you utility in the near future. Okay, so now what is a cryptocurrency? Let's first understand this. Virtual money, as I've talked about, this is a money on the internet which you cannot touch, you cannot feel. So this is on the internet, you require the internet to access it. Plus, it works on a cryptography algorithm. So what is a cryptography algorithm? It is basically a technical term again. So I'm not going to get into the technicality of it, but I will just tell you a basic meaning of it. So cryptography is basically a language, a cryptic language, okay, which is used. You can consider this as a coding. So it is used to encrypt all the transactions happening in the market. Okay, so cryptography is something which is a language which is a mix of letters and alphabets. With the naked eyes, you cannot read the transaction details of a person who is doing transactions into this market. So that is how the encryption level is used into this market to encrypt your transaction details, which no other market is using. It is so different. It is based on a network. It is based on a technology called as blockchain, where the network design is used. It is decentralized, where there is no single person who is controlling the whole data, the whole network or the whole market. So the responsibility is delegated within number of participants who are actually into the market, who work into the market, who are the part of this market. So no single entity is controlling the whole market. Rather than number of participants, there are n number of participants, n number of people who are controlling this markets. And obviously, people who are the part of this market, who are doing all the transactions, who are actively trading into this market, can be considered as the owner of this market. So there is no single entity who is controlling the data. So you can imagine that if there is no single entity who is controlling your data, just imagine the level of security that you have. No one person is basically monitoring your data. Your data is not into the hands of a single person. And obviously, the kind of an encryption that they're using, you cannot read it with the naked eye, like your transaction details. You cannot read it through naked eyes. So nobody can come and just see what you're doing into this market. So the kind of the encryption level, the kind of the network design that they have, the kind of the technology called as blockchain that they have is basically all encrypted, secured in a manner where nobody can also come and hack into this. So how? I will tell you in the further slides. I'll explain it to you in the further slides. So what are the benefits of cryptocurrencies? Obviously, hedge against inflation. So now just imagine why I'm explaining you all of this. Why inflation and all? So now when I'm talking about inflation, you might have seen that if there is a lot of money supply into the economy, what do you think? What happens when the supply of money into the economy grows? It is increased. What happens? What it leads to? What do you think? You can just put it in the chat box. What it leads to? This is like a very like a general knowledge question. What it can lead to if there's a lot of money supply, if the supply of money, fiat money in the economy is increased, so what it leads to in the economy? What do you think? Can you think of anything? Yes, no, you can also mention it in the chat box. That there's no harm in it. You can, if you don't know, just mention don't know. If you know it, just logic you can apply and give me an answer. Even if it is wrong, I don't mind. I'm here to explain you. So yes, not really sure. Okay. Okay. Cool. So what happens is when the supply of money, fiat money is increased in an economy day by day, month on month, obviously it leads to inflation. Okay. So now how cryptocurrency is helping is cryptocurrency basically controls this inflation because its supply is limited. Its supply is limited, and because of its unique feature, it controls the fiat money supply as well. So if I talk about Bitcoin, say for example, Bitcoin, there are only 21 million Bitcoins. 21 million Bitcoins in circulation. So if something is basically very limited, you tend to use it effectively, more and more effectively, right? If, for example, if I keep giving you lot of money, lot of money, obviously the value of that money won't remain that much. Now, if I talk about something which is limited, and if you have that something which is in limit, obviously you will tend to use that more effectively, right? So that is how the difference is between the fiat money and cryptocurrencies. So fiat money being controlled by a single entity, they have the authority to print as much as money they want, and that can lead to inflation. But that isn't the case of cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrency supply is basically is capped. When I'm talking about Bitcoin, it's 21 million, and we have other cryptocurrencies also which are basically capped to a certain level, and even every year the supply of certain cryptocurrencies are capped, and again then they are renewed in the next year. But when you talk about Bitcoin, why Bitcoin price is so much, why it is always increasing, why it's on the top of the list always, because the supply of Bitcoin is only 21 million, which is first cryptocurrency, and it is based on again a technology called as blockchain, which is again a traditional blockchain, a type of a blockchain that was used. It was introduced in the year 2008 by a person named Satoshi Nakamoto, and when it was introduced, it was priced at zero, and eventually it gained value over these many years from 2008. Okay, so now being this cryptocurrency is on a technology called as blockchain. Okay, as I explained you about the encryption part, and nobody can hack it and all of these things, it also helps you to protect against manipulations and corruption as well. So you might have heard about fake notes entering into the systems. Even you might have come across, I have come across fake notes, definitely. So what happens is, yeah, I mean, being controlled by a single entity, anybody can come and do any kind of a manipulation within the system. They can print fake notes as well, but that isn't the case of cryptocurrencies market. Nobody can manipulate the system called as blockchain, because it is so secured and encrypted in a way that if you want to hack the whole blockchain, you will definitely require that kind of energy, the manpower, and that kind of knowledge to completely hack the whole blockchain. So that isn't possible at all, which I'll be playing a video of over the blockchain, like around 4-5 minutes ka video hai. I'll be playing that for you all, and then you can understand how blockchain works basically. Okay, so now obviously corruption and manipulations can be you can protect yourself against these things when if cryptocurrencies are made legal tenders. Okay. Let's talk about features of cryptocurrencies. So how cryptocurrencies are beneficial. So divisibility. Now, say for example, if you talk about Bitcoin, any other cryptocurrencies which is like which you cannot afford. Maybe you don't have that much of money to invest in. So obviously, cryptocurrencies can be divided up to 8 decimals. So, say for example, I'm just using a pen. Just a moment. Yeah, Nishita, I think I do not have the access to the pen here. I cannot use the pen. I'm not sure why.
I think we can see the cursor, your mouse moving.
Okay. I do not have the access to the pen because I need to show them in writing something. Not getting that access of pen. Yeah, the pen that we usually use in the Zoom to just write it over onto the PPT and
Right,
all.
right,
Not
right.
getting that access to that. But okay, let me see if I can do something about it. Just a moment. Maybe I can use a pen, paint. Okay, just sharing the screen again with you all. I'm just using the paint option here. Okay, so now say for example, Bitcoin currently cost around 73K. This is an all-time high of Bitcoin. Okay, this year it hit an all-time high of 73K, which is its all-time high. Say for example, 73K USD Bitcoin price is there now for currently. Now, if you do not have this much of money, okay, you can buy, maybe if you have $1,000, you can still buy. If you have $100, you can still buy. If you have 10 USD, you can still buy. In short, so that means Bitcoin, if one whole Bitcoin is for one BTC is for 73K, you can divide this one up to 8 decimals: 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and 8. Up to 8 decimals, you can divide this one whole Bitcoin and you can purchase this much quantity of Bitcoin. Hope I'm clear to you. I'm understandable to you. Okay, so this part is clear now to you. So Bitcoin is not only Bitcoin, but yes, all the cryptocurrencies are divisible. You can buy $10 also Bitcoin. You can buy $100 Bitcoin also, $1,000 Bitcoin as well. So this is how divisible it is. No intermediary required. When I'm talking about no intermediary required, you do not have to go to any banks. In short, now banks are basically controlling your money nowadays, to be very honest. So you rely on the banks to keep your money safe in short. Okay. Now cryptocurrency is basically coming into the picture. You don't have to go to the bank and you need to rely on it. It's all in your hands. This is the blockchain based technology. All your cryptos are safe on the blockchain technology. You can use moreover the wallets also, which are known as crypto wallets, which I'll be explaining you about a bit about it, how to keep your crypto secured into your wallets as well online. So you don't have to rely on any of the banks, or you don't have to reach out to the banks also to transfer your cryptocurrencies from one place to another. You can transfer it anywhere in any corner of the world, anybody sitting into any corner of the world without involving banks into it. No geographical barrier, as I mentioned. Of course, when you have a cryptocurrency, you don't face those geographical barriers. You don't have to pay any charges or go to any hefty procedures by visiting to the bank for transferring somebody who is sitting into US or Hong Kong or maybe in Russia. You can just straight away use their wallet addresses and just like you do UPI payments, you scan the code, you send the money. Similar way mein, you can use the third party address, the wallet address of the person, and you can transfer the cryptocurrencies in a very easy way. You have to just pay the transaction fee, which is very minimal in the form of that particular cryptocurrency only. You don't require your fiat money to be involved in this, or any banks or any controlling authority to be involved. Okay. Transportability. When I'm talking about transportability, of course, you don't have to carry this cryptocurrencies everywhere, every now and then, wherever you're going. You can just keep it over the internet. That's it. And you can go everywhere. Durability, of course, it is over the internet. My slide is not visible to you guys.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. So sorry about it.
It's okay.
I just got lost into the session while explaining
That's
it.
fine.
Okay. So now, okay. I hope it is visible now.
Yes, it's visible.
It's visible. Okay, cool. So now, when I'm talking about durability, obviously cryptocurrencies cannot be burned or torn. It is on the internet. You cannot even touch it, feel it. You can just keep it on the internet. You can use it over the internet itself, wherever you have access to the internet. This is how durable it is. Like cash, say for example, you're carrying cash. Obviously, anybody can tear it, anybody can burn it, it can be damaged, but not cryptocurrencies. High returns. Now, if you talk about returns that cryptocurrencies has given, so I would just like to show you some interesting thing about cryptocurrency. Just a moment. Okay, so now if you see this, this is a tool which usually people use, which is called as coin market cap. If you want, I can just put this for you into the group chat. Maybe you can always use this website for tracking all the cryptocurrencies. This is like interesting website. You will find all the cryptocurrencies here listed. See this. There are like lot of like 20,000 plus cryptocurrencies. You can explore it in whenever you get time. Okay. So now, if I go to Bitcoin here, the first cryptocurrencies, and if I click on, it's loading the data. Okay. If I click here all, you can see this current price is 67,000 here. You can track the price, of course. Okay. So you can see this. This is the all-time returns that like Bitcoin has given to you since 2008. You can just read this number 109042,954 all-time returns cryptocurrency is giving. No other asset class like real estate, gold, or stock market has given these many returns in last 15 years. No other stock, like no other market, no other asset class has given these many returns. This is how huge crypto market is. Now, if you see here, 24 hours ka volume, it's $142 billion. The market cap is increasing, it's 2.52 trillion. Bitcoin and Ethereum are the two major cryptocurrencies of these markets. And it's a must to have it in your portfolio. Those are considered as the blue chips of this crypto markets, and they have a lot of use cases. When I'm talking about use cases which are proven to be, useful and beneficial to the public. So the first, if I tell you about the first use case of Bitcoin, there was this person called as, in the year 2012, there was a person called as Laszlo Hanyak. He used 10,000 bitcoins. That time, obviously, Bitcoin price was very low. He used 10,000 bitcoins basically to purchase 2 pizzas. Okay, so in 2012, this was the first use case which was recorded by Bitcoin. So now, if you compare it, the price of that those 10,000 bitcoins that he paid is around 5,700 crores in Indian rupees. Okay, so that is how huge this market is. Now, coming back to the PPT, okay, obviously taxable in India, it's 30% taxable now over the profits that you're making, and 1% TDS that needs to be paid over the selling price of any cryptocurrencies. Counterfeitability, just explained to you about manipulation and corruptions, about fake notes entering. Obviously, this cryptocurrencies, thanks to the technology of blockchain, which if implemented, it cannot be duplicated. It cannot be, it cannot lead to any kind of manipulations into the data and corruption. Okay. Now, how cryptocurrencies are traded? Major important discussion point. There are a lot of exchanges, like we have in India, we have Coin DCX, we have Coin Switch Kuber, we have WazirX, which is also again famous. We have Binance, we have ZepPay. There are a lot of cryptocurrencies exchanges now. Okay, so now there are centralized and decentralized exchanges basically. So centralized exchanges are what? Centralized exchanges where there are order books which are maintained, and there is a person who is basically monitoring all your trading data, and where there is an order book which is maintained. When you talk about decentralized exchanges is where there is no controlling person who is monitoring your data, trading data in short, and you can use it freely, and you can directly communicate with the person, with the other market participant, which is called as peer-to-peer transaction. So this is what difference between two exchanges are. So you can go through a centralized exchange, or you can go through a decentralized exchange with high liquidity, as in good number of buyers and sellers. So obviously this is a high liquid market which gives you high returns, which comes up with high risk also. So you have to always remember that anything which is giving you good returns comes up with a very high risk also. There are risks associated to it. Peer-to-peer transaction, obviously, which I mentioned. So you connect with the market participant directly without involving any third party in between. If you go through a centralized option, centralized exchanges, obviously there is a person who makes you available the best possible prices in the market for you, obviously. But when you talk about decentralized, it is all peer to peer. You are connecting directly with the other participants. Can be traded spot, ETFs and options too. So obviously you can directly invest into that particular cryptocurrencies, or else you can invest into their exchange traded funds. So there are now now there are a lot of changes which has happened into this market. Recently we have got Bitcoin ETFs, Ethereum ETFs also coming up, where you can invest into their ETFs rather than directly investing into the actual cryptocurrencies, and those ETFs will follow the price of those cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and ETFs, actual cryptocurrencies. And options trading, if you have traded in stock markets, you might be knowing what are options trading, which has an expiry associated to it every month. So call option, put options, there are, but those options are limited when you talk about cryptocurrencies, and it's highly volatile, but it's giving very good returns. So if you have a good knowledge about all of these things, which we give you, definitely you can master the skills of crypto markets and you can be to a next level when it comes to earning point. So as explained about the types of cryptocurrencies, apart from Bitcoin and Ethereum, we have all other coins. Sorry, apart from Bitcoin, all other coins are considered to be alternate coins. So whatever you see just below Bitcoin on that coin market cap, all are considered to be classified under alternate coins, which are called as altcoins into this crypto markets, which is Ethereum, Solana, Matic, XRP, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Cardano, Polkadot, Tron, Chainlink, etc., etc. There are a lot. So my favorite, if you talk about, if you're looking forward to invest in any of these coins, my favorite ones are Cardano, Polkadot, and Matic. Because as per the analysis, they have a good potential of giving returns as per Bitcoin and Ethereum. What Bitcoin and Ethereum has given returns in the past, they have potential to give that much of returns. So this is my ultimate gift to you all of today. Before ending the session, basically I would like you to take away something from this session about investing into this market, and I would like you to all to start your portfolio. Stable coins, just for the experience purpose, of course. Stable coins, of course, stable coins are considered to be the native cryptocurrencies of the crypto markets. Like whenever you want to travel abroad, obviously you have to convert your own fiat money to purchase the other country ka cryptocurrencies. Okay, so if you want to buy other country ka cryptocurrency, if you're traveling there, you'll have to obviously need to have your fiat money to convert that. Okay, so similar way, in here in crypto markets, stable coins are considered to be USDT, and USDTs are termed as native currency of this crypto markets. If you want to buy any other cryptocurrencies, you need to have these two stable coins, with the help of which you can use and you can buy any other cryptocurrencies. We have DeFi tokens. So what is DeFi? You might be wondering. DeFi is basically decentralized finance. Obviously, decentralized finance is again a part of crypto markets, which is again a different segment altogether. They have their own cryptocurrencies also. So DeFi is where you can stake and do lending, borrowing, and you can also trade through different decentralized platforms. So say for example, if you have few cryptocurrencies just in your lying in your into your wallets, you can stake those cryptocurrencies and earn interest over it month on month basis. So there are different platforms to it, which we basically teach into our structured courses. Okay, so yes, I'll ask, definitely Nishita, if you would like to, post this into the chat, I can continue with the, sessions. So you can just copy paste it and post it
Sure.
into the chat box. Yeah. Okay. Thank
Sure.
you. Okay. So we have NFTs, which is altogether a different segment of crypto markets, which is called as non-fungible tokens. So examples of non-fungible tokens are CryptoPunks, Axie Infinity, Decentraland, Sandbox. These are part of gaming also, where all the tokens, all the cryptos are different. They are not, I mean, obviously they are not unique. Everything is different. All are different. They are not unique. They are unique, and they cannot be compared with any other cryptocurrencies. Each and every token is different. They are unique. and due to which it prices keeps rising and rising, and you make profits. So this is altogether again a different market, which we also teach you in depth. Okay, now let's talk about how cryptocurrencies came into evolution. Of course, barter system was in the place a long back, and then it got replaced with the gold standards. Gold coins came into the picture, but the carrying due to the carrying issue, obviously gold coins, people were not able to carry gold coins a lot, and then each and every country got access to print their own money, obviously. And when a country got access to print their own money, they had this access of printing unlimited money. And during the war times, obviously people needed access, because they need to meet the war cost. So they needed access for their own country, to print the money. And then they came up with a concept called a central bank, who started printing money, fiat money. And then eventually it resulted into hyperinflation, because single entity had this access to print their own money as much as they want. And then it resulted into hyperinflation, and that time Bitcoin came into the picture, cryptocurrency started came coming into the existence, where the supply of the cryptocurrency is was termed to be limited, and which helps you control the inflation in the economy. Okay. Now, when you talk about mining, when you might have heard about these terms a lot: blockchain mining, miners. How does it work? So let me just give you a gist about it. How blockchain mining works. I'm not going into the depth, just explaining you the gist of it. Okay. So now, say for example, when someone sends a request in the sense, say for example, you send a request to buy some cryptocurrency. Okay, that request is basically presented on that blockchain network. Okay, now blockchain network, basically what it does is, basically when you send a request, it will validate the information. So who is doing this validation and encryption part are called as miners. Those are different. So what miners do is, they have this high computational power or systems, where they do all sort of coding and everything, and they encrypt your transactions using cryptography algorithm, which I mentioned earlier. They use cryptography language, they encrypt your transaction, they validate the transaction. Validate, and as in the sense, say for example, if when you're going into the bank, you to withdraw some money, there is a person who will make sure that you have that much of money into your bank account, and only then he will give you that access of withdrawing it. So same here also, being cryptocurrencies limited in nature, they miners have need to check whether those many cryptos are available for you or not. So that is called as validation and encryption. Basically, they encrypt. If, say for example, the validation is successful, they will encrypt your transaction on the blockchain, so that nobody can see it through the naked eyes. Okay, once it is once it is done, the transaction is added onto the blocks. So the word itself, you can see blockchain. So it is, the block is what it is. Those are blocks filled with all the data of transaction details, with the transaction that people are doing it, and the blocks are filled with those transaction details, and those are encrypted, and those are tied up with the chain. Okay, so if you have to make changes in any of the blocks, it will give you an error into the other previous block, because each and every data is linked with each other. So you cannot do any changes within the blocks. If you are trying to change anything into the first block, it will give you the error into the previous block. And then the cycle goes on and on. If you try to do it in the second block, it will give you an error into the third block. Okay, so now that is how miners come into the picture. Miners verify and encrypt those transactions and add those details into the block, and the transaction is completed. So this is how the blockchain system is so secured and so and it's encrypted in such a way that nobody can hack it. Okay, I have people coming and telling me that अगर exchange hack हो गया, बहुत सारा scam हो रहा है, लोग मेरा crypto चुरा के लेके जा रहे हैं, बहुत कुछ हो रहा है. So those scams are not related to blockchain or the market. Nobody can do any kind of hacking into the blockchain. There is no such case as of now in last 15 years that somebody has come and hacked all the blockchain. Many people have tried hacking Bitcoin, but they were not successful at all. So nobody can hack it. That is how the power of Bitcoin is. That is how the power of cryptocurrency is. That is the reason Bitcoin is still into existence. Nobody has tried, nobody was able to successfully hack it. This is how blockchain is making it secured. I have people coming and telling me that what if the exchange closed down? So even if the exchange is getting closed down, you have to understand the fact that your cryptocurrencies are on the blockchain. They cannot be hacked, they cannot be stolen. If you have that feeling, just transfer your cryptocurrencies to the wallets and keep it safe and secured. And obviously if an exchange is going to be getting closed or being hacked, they will definitely inform you well in advance, and they'll give you time to withdraw your cryptocurrencies. So there has been cases in India also. OKS is one of the exchange, crypto exchange, which was supposed to get closed down because they were not following the regulations prescribed by the government. Then they gave 2 months of time to their users to withdraw their cryptocurrencies, and people transferred their cryptocurrencies from the exchange to their wallets. So your cryptocurrencies will still remain on the blockchain. So you have to get that thing out of your mind that crypto is illegal, crypto is getting hacked, people are doing a lot of scams. Scams can only happen if you are sharing your credentials with anybody. Your credentials, in the sense I'm talking about your wallets. If you share it with anybody, definitely it can be hacked. But when you talk about exchanges, when you talk about the whole blockchain, cryptocurrency is the most secured form of market. You'll not find any other market. Even stock market is a centralized market. If SEBI decides that stock market is going to be closed from tomorrow, you won't get your money back. But nobody can come and stop this market. This is how secured it is. Now coming back here, I was taking this name again and again about the wallets. So wallets is something which is like, say for example, you have Google Pay, you have Paytm that you use in India to make money transfers. Same way, these are crypto wallets which is over the blockchain itself. And there are different types of wallets that you have. You can basically just use somebody's QR code and you can just transfer the cryptos to them. Or if you need someone to transfer the cryptos from their wallet, you can just share your QR code to them and get that cryptos into your wallet. We have like 4 types of wallets. One which is hosted by the exchange. So any exchange that you're using for the trading purpose, even they have their own wallets. There are like certain softwares which comes up, like we have MetaMask, we have Coinbase, we have Trust Wallet. These are like softwares on your phone or smartphone, or like your tablet. You can just install it and you can start using these wallets. Like you have Google Pay and Paytm. We have software for desktop also. Desktop version also you can install. Like if you're installing it on the mobile, you have the desktop version also of it. We have hardware wallets too. That's a very interesting thing. If you want to add extra layer of security, we have hardware wallets too, which is Trezor Nano, Ledger Nano X, Ledger. We have Ledger Nano X as well. We have Trezor. So these are like different types of names of these hardware wallets, which you can use to secure your cryptos more. Which is again basically what I mean. It's like a pen drive, like a device where you can just connect it to your laptop and you can access your cryptos offline without using the internet. So this is the beauty of crypto markets. You can keep it stored offline also, you can keep it stored online also. Whenever you buy it from an exchange, you can directly keep it into your wallets to add an extra layer of security. This I've already spoken about the taxation part in India. So this is like trading is basically allowed in India. It's 30% taxable over the profits and 1% TDS is applicable over the selling price. Okay, so the last part of this session, let's talk about some use cases. Okay, so now Bitcoin is basically going to be priced at $1 lakh to this year. And it has been said by the famous author Robert Kiyosaki, who has written Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is a very famous book. Okay, so why I'm telling you all of this is, you can see it here on your screen. You can just recognize all these logos. These are like famous logos. Okay, using the profits that Bitcoin will give you eventually, if you start trading in Bitcoin, obviously using that profit, you can have a cup of coffee, you can buy a car, you can have a burger also. because all of these companies have started using cryptocurrencies in their own organizations. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Ferrari, Domino's, Bill Gates. So you can see this on your screen, how interesting it is. These people are supporting cryptocurrencies. So even if you search it online, you'll get to know everything about how they're using these cryptocurrencies and blockchain systems to secure their own organization. Even World Bank has started using cryptocurrencies. There is a cryptocurrency known as XRP, which World Bank has started using it. Don't you think it's so interesting now? UK, Hungary, even BRICS. So when I'm talking about BRICS, it's Brazil, Russia. Oh, sorry. You can see this on your screen. You can just read this two-liners. So this is how, people, not only individuals, even countries, economy as a whole, different organizations as a whole are getting themselves converted into cryptocurrencies. They're implementing blockchain systems. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, BRICS basically have come up with an idea of implementing blockchain systems into their own economies to start using cryptocurrencies in a secured manner. Even Hungary has started offering Bitcoin services through their own banks. Now, when Bitcoin this year hit an all-time high of 73,000 USDs, there was a drastic increase in crypto users, which was recorded by one of the platform called as CoinSwitch in India. There were like addition of 2 crore registered users. So you can imagine. And India is topping this list, 157.6 million, and followed by US, Vietnam, China, Brazil, and Philippines. So you can imagine. Not only this, when Bitcoin was introduced in the year 2008, it was priced at zero. And it was introduced by a person named Satoshi Nakamoto, which is unknown to nobody knows him, nobody knows his face. So he just left all this value, the treasure, and he just went away. He's just invisible. Nobody has seen him. Okay. Now, if you can see this, if you compare the returns that Bitcoin has given with any other asset class, it is highest, as mentioned earlier as well. Okay. And not only this, when Bitcoin dropped drastically in the times of COVID below 15,000 USDs, just within a span of like last 3 years, it has given 400 plus returns. And it reached this year an all-time high of 73,000 USDs. And it was priced zero when it was launched in the year 2008. So you might be having this feeling of missing out, but don't worry. There is still time. You can still educate yourself, still gain knowledge about all of these things. And of course, you can start it. There's never a wrong time. You can definitely start it anytime you want. There is no entry or a right time or the wrong time. It's all about your entry and exit point into this market. And definitely, for this reason itself, to educate people, I've come up with a concept called this Real One DeFinomics Academy, where we train and educate people on these markets. We make you a pro, we make you independent to trade into these markets. And you are on your own to do all of your analysis. We teach you how to do analysis. We teach you how to gauge all the cryptocurrencies into this market, how to analyze, how to evaluate whether a cryptocurrency can give you utility and good benefits in the future or not. We teach you positive side, negative side, do's and don'ts about this market, how to manage your risk, how to control your emotions, everything. We teach you everything about these markets. And of course, this is the perfect time to try this trend, because if you do not ride this trend, you will be left behind. You will be left behind, because crypto is going to be future. To be very honest, crypto is the future, and definitely you need to at least educate yourself onto these markets, how cryptocurrency works, even if you're not trading into this. You need to have the knowledge about the cryptocurrencies because crypto is going to be future. And if you do not ride this trend, you will be left all behind. So one of the, important things to learn nowadays is crypto. You can see this. Apart from all of these things, money management, stock market, psychology, real estate, philosophy, sales and marketing, and a lot of other things, crypto is one of the mandatory things that you need to learn. It is very, very, very important. If you talk about, future of crypto, obviously you can see this on a few of the use cases and few analysis that are made. Analyst estimates that the global cryptocurrency market will grow more than triple by 2030. So when it started, you can imagine it started with Bitcoin, and from 2015, in last 9 years, 8 years, it has almost not only doubled, but it has grown 10 times. It has grown 10 times. So you can imagine till the year 2030, it will be like triple. Now it is 2 trillion USDs. So you can just imagine it can be the largest market of the world now. 50% of crypto investors would be comfortable using it to pay for online shopping. 3 years ago, it was 5%. So crypto was still used 5 years back also for online shopping. People had started already using when we never thought about, learning also about whether we never thought about, getting into this market also. We never wanted to hear about crypto. But there were people who were already using cryptos 5 years back, 3 years ago, sorry. Talked about the first use case of Bitcoin already. Person who purchased 2 pizzas using 10,000 Bitcoins in 2010. Industry to cross a straggling 32.4 trillion by 2027. 32 trillion, just imagine the number. It is a size of, like 3 or 4 economics. Bitcoin could reach $2 lakh. It was estimated in 2022 by Times of India. And today, this year, it has already reached 73K USDs. Presently, let's talk about something what is happening presently in cryptos, which is very important. That was all future. Who has nobody has predicted it, but yeah, of course, these are analysis which can be turned true. But now, currently, if you see, the number of blockchain wallet users reached 70 million. Can imagine blockchain wallets. People are using the wallet so effectively because obviously they are educated on it, which is more important for you also to get yourself educated and start using it. Okay, so virtual shared space could be worth over 1.6 trillion by 2010. I was talking about NFTs. I was talking about metaverse. So this is basically a virtual universe where people are buying and selling assets, different assets and services into a virtual environment, into a virtual universe, which that industry itself is 1.6 trillion, going to be 1.6 trillion by 2030. So now currently also it's in trillions. So this can increase, the number can increase till 2030. Reserve Bank of India in 2022 that the number of digital transactions in India had increased by 30%. People are going digital and it's increasing, and it has increased 30% year on year. And India saw an increase in crypto users from 10 million to 15 million in just 1 year. 50% rise. Just imagine, guys. So that is how people are taking it seriously, and people are, giving importance to crypto, and they are trying to educate themselves on crypto firstly, which is very important. Crypto being a newer asset class, being a newer technology, you need to first get yourself educated over it and then get into this markets by being all on your own and independent, having a good knowledge and master the skills of it. Coin market cap is one of the tool that I already shared with you for exploring the cryptocurrencies. You can also use coingecko.com. Nishita, you can share this also into the group chat with all of them. Trading platforms already discussed. You can get into these trading platforms: WazirX, CoinDCX, CoinSwitch, ZepPay. These are famous platforms in India which are offering very good services when it comes to trading of cryptos. And you can start creating your small portfolio just for the experience purpose, just to get hands on it and get yourself familiar with all of these things. So how you can make money trading crypto markets? There are a lot of segments, as I explained. It's not only just investing into the coins, but obviously you can do trading, fund management also, staking and lending. As I talked about decentralized finance, where you can stake your cryptos, lend your cryptos, and you can earn interest over it. Crypto social media, obviously you can be an influencer. Mining, I talked about mining already. People, the miners coming into the picture who does validation and encryption of the cryptos transactions. They are that whole process is called as mining. So you can be a miner also and do the mining and earn rewards. People do earn rewards by doing mining in the form of that particular cryptocurrencies in which they are doing the mining. Airdrops and folks, basically, what is it? Airdrops are basically whenever a newer project of crypto comes into the market, they give you coins free of cost if you share your wallet addresses with them. Eventually, if the prices increase in future, then you will be in profit. So folks is again the same concept where there is an upgrade into the blockchain technology and newer coins comes into the picture and they are given to the public. Brokerage, of course, you have multiple platforms in coming into the picture. You can encourage people to enroll more and more, and you can earn brokerage over the trades that they are taking in their trading account. You can be, of course, an educator like I am doing it. So I encourage all of them. You can be an educator because this is something which is must to learn, which is must to be taught to each and every person and make them financially independent and spread financial freedom through these markets. Metaverse, I talked about the virtual universe, a virtual space where you can do buying and selling of different assets and services, products and services, which is virtual, and a lot of people are doing it. You can buy a land, you can conduct a concert, you can conduct exhibitions, you can attend meetings. There are a lot of things. You can play games. How can I forget that? Games over the blockchain. Playing games over the blockchain, as in you play games, you earn coins in the form of rewards. Those coins are staked, you can earn interest over it. You and eventually when the coin prices increase, you are in profits. So you can just imagine the ways of earning passive income through these markets. Play to earn crypto games, as I already explained, there are a lot of blockchain games that you can play. You can buy different playing instruments, like the equipments that are required. Say for example, cricket bat is required, you can buy it in the form of an NFT. It is listed, which is again a unique token. You can buy that, you can rent it out, you can earn interest over it by renting out, you can earn the rent over it, you can earn rewards by playing the cricket. This is just an example of a cricket that I'm giving, one game, but there are a lot of other games. If you get into the blockchain space and you be in touch constantly with these markets, you will be updated about it. NFTs, non-fungible tokens, again you can create your own NFTs, guys. It is so easy. There are a lot of websites which we can teach you how to create your own NFTs, how to mint it, how to buy, sell and earn profits into the NFTs market, which is non-fungible tokens. Like people, there are like a lot of artists, like a lot of singers, a lot of exhibitors who are creating their own NFTs. Like say for example, when I'm talking about an artist, he can basically just his painting, he can just tokenize his own painting, and he can just trade it over the NFT markets, and people can just buy it, and that will be his unique thing which nobody else will be able to have access to it. It will be his own unique thing and nobody can have access to it. No, it cannot be duplicated, in short. So this is how the NFTs market is. These are different segments basically which we teach you how to earn your passive income, how you can trade and make money as well for your own self, and how you can do it in a secured way, in a safe manner. These are all things that we go into the depth and we teach you. Of course, becoming a professional trader maybe into this market, what all things are required? Obviously, education, which is must. Again, I'm stressing on this point again. I'm emphasizing on the education point again. Updating yourself, as I already mentioned, be in touch with these markets constantly every day. Learn every day. Practice is important, guys. Even if I give you the whole treasure of the knowledge treasure of this world, and if you're not implementing it, you're not applying it practically, there is no point of doing this. There is no point of educating yourself. So practice is very important. evaluating yourself, like evaluating in the grounds of how, how much knowledge you have, how much risk appetite is yours, which is very important in this market. How much risk you can take, it's very important. Controlling emotions, obviously keep aside your emotions when you are entering, whenever you're trading into any markets, not only in this but any market. Just control your emotions, like greediness, being emotional, being angry, not required at all here. There's a big no into this market for you all. Be calculative, this is very important. You need to be assertive and calculative when it comes to taking risk, when it comes to taking profits into this markets. Check all the required tools, of course, tools, all the tools that are required, which we give you. I've given you already 2 tools. There are a lot of other tools, but that comes up with our paid trainings, which we teach you. So why education? Obviously, there are a lot of investment opportunities which are coming out of this markets, as I already explained you, which is possible only through education. If you want to know about it, it is possible only through education. Emerging technologies, as I explained about blockchain and decentralized network design, cryptography, these are all emerging technologies, guys. You need to get into the technicalities of it, not to the core, but you need to have the basic knowledge about it, which is only possible through education. Financial inclusion, obviously, there are a lot of financial services like staking, lending, and borrowing, which I explained about. Decentralized finance, which is a part of crypto markets, another segment again, which you can know only through education. Innovation and development, this is a new technology trend, guys. You need to understand this, and you need to ride this trend so that you can get all the benefit out of it. And it is a newer asset class, and trust me, this is the best asset class in the last 15 years which I've seen, which no other asset class has given returns to you. Security and risk management, moreover, is very important, because as I mentioned, this is a high return, high risk product. So you need to know how to maintain the security and risk, manage your risk into this market, which we teach you, which is possible through education, guys. Okay. Ending with a positive quote about the crypto market: as cryptocurrency becomes more widespread, we'll have a world where money is easy to access, move, send, receive, invest, and we will be able to do all of this globally. So cryptocurrency is the core. You need to understand it, which is applicable worldwide.